55 cars. You're supposed to be staying at home. Greetings friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany if you've never been here before, and today's video is just going to be me sitting here with you, putting on some makeup and talking about life updates. You know, it's been a little bit since I sat down and talked to you. The last one was that new and dramatic COVID-19 video where I discussed how I was feeling, and it's been a couple weeks. I don't know, it feels like it's been like a year since then, but I know it hasn't been that long. My concept of time is just completely screwed. And so I don't know how long it's actually been. I'd have to really think about that. But so anyways, today's video is just gonna be an update on how things have been going. And it's gonna be a get ready with me. So if you wanna grab your makeup and do that, go for it. I'm just gonna be using some Makeup Geek single shadows and look, I think I'm going to do like a warm tone side and a cool tone side. I feel like that could be kind of fun, and then like a neutral lipstick that would match with both. And we're just going to get ready and do that together. So if you like this idea or anything about it, make sure to give it a like and subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz, so you don't miss out on any of my videos, since I don't really have an uploading schedule right now since everything is so crazy. So I don't remember what I was just saying because my husband walked in, but I think it's time that we just get into this video and put some makeup on the eyes and talk about everything. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Right now. If you would like to see me put on some makeup and talk about how my life has been in the recent weeks, just keep on watching. Where do I even start? Well, if you're not new here, you would know that we have a different bed set situation going on behind us. My bed sheets are dirty and my comforter is dirty, and I don't feel like it's socially responsible to go to a laundromat right now. I don't even know if they're open, and if they are, I don't feel like it's socially acceptable or responsible to be going to a laundromat. I do have washers and dryers in my building that I use for like my day-to-day clothing, but my comforter is so large that I have to go to a laundromat, and I just don't feel like that is a responsible choice given the current situation. So I just switched it to my like off bedding, which is ugly, and I'm sorry, but here we are. It's either that or go to a laundromat and chance, you know, touching some, it sounds just like an absolute bad idea to me to do that. Because if you think about it, one, everyone goes to the laundromat. Like, it's a bunch of different types of people that you would not normally come in contact with. Metal surfaces everywhere where like germs can live, and when I think about it, it just makes me queasy and uncomfortable, and I'm not trying to catch it. I'm not trying to get sick or get anyone that I come in contact with sick, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not coming in contact with very many people, but I don't want to get anybody sick, and I don't want to get sick. I'm trying to figure out where I left off with you guys on my last video. So I am working part-time right now. I don't know if that was known. I am considered an essential employee just because I work for an attorney, and right now tenants, well, I work for like a real estate attorney, so right now tenants and landlords are very curious about what to do, considering people can't pay rent and then landlords can't pay mortgages, so it's a whole thing. So I'm not going to get into it because it's so boring. Like, I'll bore myself. Boring myself just talking about this. But I am considered essential, so I am still going into work. I go in on 3 days, off 3 days, because all of our crew got split up. Instead of everybody being full-time, we're part-time with 3-day shifts, and then then we're off 3 days, and the other people are on 3 days. I might have already mentioned this. It's not interesting. Okay, back again. I just had to deal with a laundry room emergency. What was I even saying? I'm gonna choose a neutral blush. This is one by Milani called Romantic Rose, because I don't want it to be too warm or too cool, since we're doing, you know, one warm eye, one cool eye. Work, essential. Oh, so yeah, it's a weird thing to be able to go into work. And it's weird to be doing like part-time. I guess some people with their jobs already were used to this, like not having a set schedule. It's difficult for me to remember and to get like in work mode and in chill mode, because I've been in super chill mode, and I'm very unmotivated, I'm finding, when not working full-time, which sucks. I hate it. So this is actually the first video, like sitting down, filming and talking to you, that I filmed in a while. I expected that I'd be filming a lot. I'm gonna use this ColourPop highlight, and that didn't end up being the case, because something about sitting down and just talking has been really difficult for me. I have been, which I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, good. If you don't, you should. It's Bradderstein, just like my namesake here. I've been doing Instagram TV videos, which is something I had never done before. And I've been liking doing those more than filming on here because they're all like silent. I don't talk through them. I just put music over and do some like cool look stuff that take longer than like a normal video would. I did one with was like a starry night sky on my eyes, and I did one that was like a cloud thing on my eyes, and I feel like that's easier to do when I don't have to talk and I can just focus. So if you want to see more, you know, interesting looks, you should follow me there. I've also been losing myself in TikTok. I was one of those people that were kind of skeptical for it, probably just because of my age. Because I felt like that was the kids app, you know, that was the young kids app. And I felt like they wouldn't want this 31-year-old lady infringing on their space. It started, like any good love story does, with me just watching from afar, liking things from a distance, not really participating. And now I've made 3 TikTok videos to date, and they're all really bad, but they are mine. And so I've been getting into that. I've been finding a lot of really funny stuff on there. I will say that I think that TikTok is a really great app for what's going on currently in the world as far as distraction. Like YouTube's great too, but I'm finding just in general as me as a consumer of entertainment, I have been going to TikTok a lot more than YouTube, unless there's very particular YouTube people or videos that I'm wanting to see that I like get an alert from for people that I ring the bell on. That's another reason you should ring the bell on me if you like to see me, because it reminds you. Because otherwise, if I didn't have the bell ringing, I probably wouldn't be watching as much YouTube right now. Because for some reason, TikTok has just gotten me. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there I don't care about. Don't get me wrong. I go past a lot of it. But there's a couple of pages that I really like. It's got a lot of cute animal stuff, cute or funny baby stuff. It's stuff that just makes you either smile from like warm heart or laugh, and that's what I've been into. I actually posted like a compilation of all of my favorite TikToks last week, which again, it's on my Instagram if you want to see it. And I think I'm going to do that like once a week or so, or whenever I've got like a new roundup of good videos that have really made me laugh. And the ones that I put up last week are like still, even after watching new videos this week, those ones are still my favorite because they're just so funny. They're so funny. I'm just telling you, if you want to laugh and you've been having trouble with finding some things that'll make you actually laugh and feel less stressed, that's what you do. I checked my like screen time on my phone, and TikTok's been my most used app, which is crazy because usually it's like Instagram, but I don't know, man. I just want to laugh. I don't want to do anything except for laugh and then make little short videos, which is why Instagram TV and TikTok have been so great. But don't worry, I'm still going to be uploading here. I still have a lot of pre-recorded stuff, and I'm doing this now, so there you go. I feel like this video is going to be really long, and I am so sorry. I just never do my full face, so it's a little bit strange to be doing that now, and it takes a bit longer. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Follow me on TikTok if you want. If you don't, that's cool too. If you do, it's Bradderstein, just like here. But I'm going to keep doing it because it's fun for me, so there's that. And also just for an update, because I know I showed this in a video as a first impression, I liked it then. I don't really like it as much now. I like my Joa pencil better, but I'm going to use it until it's gone, but I won't repurchase this. I just don't really like the formula of the pencil. The powder seems to be pretty good, but the pencil is just like, I don't know. Don't really like it, which is weird because my Joa one's like $10 and then this is like 21 maybe? Something like that. Not a fan. Okay, let's do the eyes, huh? Yeah. For the warm eye, I'm going to go in with Buffed from Makeup Geek. So what have I been doing to, you know, preoccupy myself on my quarantine days? Because I have more days off, it seems, than days on with the weekends, you know? And it's been an interesting thing. Like, I started out feeling super motivated and like I was going to get so much done. And that's what I intended to do. But it's so easy to get so lazy when you're at home all the time. And I'm finding that I'm dealing with the isolation in ways that I wish I wasn't. Cool Eye, I'm going to go in with Hayride. I haven't been working out, which is something that I had intended to do. I mean, if I'm going to be stuck at home, I might as well work out since I have all this time and no reason not to, right? Wrong. Haven't really been doing that, which is disappointing because, you know, Another thing that I'm finding that I'm doing well on quarantine is comfort eating like crazy. And it's not that I'm eating large amounts of food, it's that I'm eating nothing but trash food. I think it has something to do with just wanting to feel comforted. So I've been making chocolate chip cookies almost every single day, which I know is bad, and I recognize that I shouldn't be doing it, but here I go still doing it, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to buy any more after I finish what I have now. But with that said, I also said I wasn't going to buy any more alcohol after I finish my last alcohol purchase items, and I have definitely done that. I have found that during this I've been drinking more alcohol than I'd like to. I had, on the warm eye, I'm going to take cabin fever next. I'm not like a person, how to explain it? I'm not a person who has a drinking problem, don't get me wrong, but I'm a person who's disposed to having drinking problems just because of like genetics in my family and the alcoholism in my family. So I try to be as careful and mindful of that as possible, but something about being home all the time and dealing with all this anxiety, and it's funny because I don't feel anxious throughout the day, but I find like I cannot sleep. Let's just put that out there now. I cannot sleep. Grunge. So, I mean, I'm just up such a long time. I can't explain it. The point is I've been drinking more alcohol than I'd like to drink. That's basically all there is to it. It's not that I think I'm having an issue with it, but it's one of those things that I just have to like monitor and make sure, because I was buying White Claws and I was drinking those every day, and then I noticed that those weren't really getting me drunk anymore. So this last grocery trip, we bought tequila and wine. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should try not to drink every day. And when I woke up today, I planned to not drink today, but I'm having my first glass of wine. It's 3:30 p.m. But I have to make sure not to drink too much today because I actually have work tomorrow. It's my first shift back on. So that's one of the unhealthy ways that I'm dealing with quarantine, is by drinking a little too much, and not sleeping enough and not eating enough, and the only things I'm eating are bad things, and I know I'm doing all this, but I keep doing it anyway. But some of the like good stuff that I've been doing, because like it's not all bad, is I've been painting. You might have seen the video I uploaded, I don't know when this is going up, but I'll link it up here. I did a face chart of my friend Whitney. Gonna take Bitten. I've been painting. I have been making my videos, which I've been enjoying. I've been reading and FaceTiming with my family, making sure that they are, you know, good and watched for, and we have like group FaceTime on Instagram. Is that all the good I've been doing? I feel like I can't think of anything I've been doing right now. This is Taboo. I don't know. I feel like when I say it out loud, it doesn't sound like I've been doing much of anything, which sucks. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get more creative with the painting and recreating really, really fun and inventive makeup looks on Instagram, TV, and just trying to get through it, man. We're in a very unique situation where, though, I need to brush with no product, though we are stuck in the house, it's all going to be about perspective on this. Like, for people who are healthy, if you're sick, obviously it's not about perspective. It's just about like survival at that point. But for people who are not sick and are just in their homes right now, it's gonna be a perspective shift on how you deal with it, because we're in a unique experience where right now, yes, are we forced to be at home? Yeah, but we also get the unique experience and opportunity to actually be home, and it's something that generations before us haven't had. Like, once you start working, you pretty much work always and have to make money and have to do this and have to do this until you die, and you don't get this opportunity to be able to stay home, even if it's something you don't want. It's just something that people have never really gotten the opportunity to have. So I'm trying to keep that in mind and be less upset that it's happening and try to see it as like a strange positive, even if it's coming from something negative. Does that make sense? Like, I can't remember the last time I had this much time off. Even though I'm not choosing it, I get it off. And for people who are having issues financially right now, there's systems in place that make it so that they're not going to get kicked out of their homes. It's just, I don't know. Does that make sense? It's a shared experience, and it's a unique experience. And yeah, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna take the shade Mesmerized. Doesn't that look so pretty? I'm excited. So that's kind of what I have to say about that. I'm not saying that this is a positive thing, because there's so many people who are having issues, and there's so many people who are scared about not being able to get food and not being able to pay rent and their bills, and people who own businesses that are worried that they're closing. And trust me, I'm not saying that this is a positive. I'm just saying that in my perspective in my life, I'm going to try to not see it as such a negative, and that I'm forced to stay inside, so that I get the opportunity to stay inside and communicate with my family more than I ever do, and spend time with my husband more than I ever do, because he's working at home, and spend time with my animals. And my animals, speaking of which, I have something new. But first, I'm going to take this little red shade here. Let me show you. I don't know what the name is. I got it as like a thing with a Sephora order. It's a Natasha Nona shadow from the Sunrise palette, the newer one. Sunrise. And I got this as like a spend 25, get a free thing with a code. So I grabbed this because though that palette wasn't my favorite, and I ended up returning it because I didn't think it was worth the money, some of the shades in it were beautiful, and this is one of them. So I want to use that right now, and I think it'll be pretty for the warm side. Okay, dog. Okay, so my dog, my dog, he's 10 years old. He's my big old boy, you know, the old boy. So this is going to sound like it's off subject, but it is on subject about my dog. So during this quarantine, I have only gone to the grocery store and to work. And I rode with my husband when he had to go to the bank for work, and I stayed in the car. Just so I could, get out of the house and ride in the car, but I didn't go in or anything like that, and he had to go for work. But my dog the other day on, what's today? Today is Thursday, so wow, on Sunday. It feels like this just happened, but it was on Sunday. Again, no concept of time. He had diarrhea earlier in the week. Excuse me, what's the word? When you want to warn people that nastiness is afoot. Trigger warning? Trigger warning. I'm going to talk about poop. My dog had diarrhea last week before we took him to the vet, which is the point of the story, is we had to take him to the vet. I'm going to take curfew and put it under the lash line. So I say for like the third time, my dog had diarrhea. And then he got backed up because we started feeding him like rice to counteract the diarrhea. And so he was backed up, and we were taking him for a walk, and he started trying to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden started spasming out, like he seemed like he was having trouble because he was backed up, and then he started spasming his back leg. And I freaked out, my husband freaked out, we called our vet wasn't taking in any walk-ins, and they had no appointments, so we had to take him to an emergency dog doctor, adults. Anyway, gonna take Bitten for the other eye. So we take him to the emergency vet, and this vet was actually really good. They didn't let anybody in. What they had you do is you pulled up, and then you called inside, and they took all the information over the phone, and then when they were ready for you, they came out and they brought in your dog, and you had to sit outside, and you couldn't come in, which was hard because I hated the idea of my pup having to be in that stressful situation without me, but at the same time we were worried that something could be wrong with him. Because his leg was like really spasming, and I don't know if I have any footage of it. If I do, I'll put it on here, but his leg was just like really hardcore spasming, and we were worried that maybe he had some sort of blockage that was making him uncomfortable. So we sat in the car for 5 or 6 hours, I can't remember how many hours exactly, and it was so stupid. They did x-rays and everything, and it turns out that they couldn't find anything wrong with him. So I had to pay a $550 vet bill, and they couldn't tell me anything that was wrong with him. And now he's acting fine, so I'm not convinced that he wasn't just faking it for attention at this point. And that's the whole story, and there was no point to it. I just wanted to share that with you because it was a very, very frustrating thing that I recently had to deal with. And an expense that I wasn't expecting, because I don't know about you. I know a lot of people on YouTube have money. I don't have unexpected vet bill money. Like, I wasn't ready for that, especially now working part-time. So that's what's going on in my life, and now he's acting totally fine. He had diarrhea again, though, so he was blocked up again, and now he had diarrhea again, and he shit all over my floor this morning, and I had to wake up and clean up dog shit, because my husband had just gotten out of the shower, and I wasn't going to make him do that, and then have to take another shower, so that was fun. I will take Nostalgic. I'm in the process. I'm 2 days into filming another paint with me video, so if you liked my last one, because I know some of you did, get ready for that. I picked one of my favorite beauty YouTubers. I don't want to give you any hints, but it's a very pretty picture, and I am partially done. If you've been following me on Instagram, you probably know who it is, because I have posted little spoilers. So again, you have to follow me there to know things before other people. What do you think? Which eye do you like better so far? Let me throw on some mascara and I'll be right back and we'll do a lip and then finish this off. This has been a random video. Thanks for hanging out. So just a second. Okay guys, so this is the completed eye look. I added some white in the waterline and then I lined my lips with ColourPop 951 lip pencil, and now I'm going to go in with ColourPop Appy for a lipstick. It's a nice beigey neutral. That should go with both the red and the purple. Not too warm, not too cool. Just like us. Well, being too cool has never been a problem for me. This lipstick shade has really grown on me. I used to not like it. I thought it was too beige, but I feel like it's growing on me. What do you think? Let's put some gloss. Iconic London Plumping Gloss in Love Struck. I never use this one, so let's give it a shot now. It's minty. Says it's a plumping gloss. I guess we'll find out. Or not. I hate the applicator. It's like super thin and bendy, so if you like that, I'm sure you'll like this. But like, look, can you see? Like, it just... I don't know. Don't love it, but it did a nice, you know, job glossing, so there we go. Okay guys, that completes this video. I'm glad that we got a chance to sit and catch up. This is the eye look I've done with the cool toned and the warm toned eye. Which do you prefer? Or this? I don't know which one I prefer. These are two looks that I wouldn't normally do on myself ever. I usually go like right down the middle in like a neutral place, so I'm not super familiar with myself in straight cool or straight warm, but I think that they're both pretty. I think that they look nice. I like this look. And that's that. So to finish this off, I'll just say, you know, stay being safe, stay washing your hands, don't leave your house, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to hang out and see shorter videos. Okay, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me when you could be anywhere else in the world, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.